In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust your data to account for population. A link to the sheet you should use is available in the resources below. You will need a Google account to work with their spreadsheet software, assuming you have signed up and are ready to go. To make your own version of the spreadsheet, click File, make a copy, and that should appear for you on a separate page. In this sheet, we have the number of international tourist departures for each of these countries from 2016. What this means is the number of non-work related trips made abroad by these nations' residents in that year. It is data produced by the World Bank. I want to see which of these countries has the highest rate of outbound tourism. To do that, we are going to have to bring in the population numbers. Here they are in sheet 2. You will notice that I have 3 columns: names, codes, and numbers. The codes are important. These are standardized ways of referring to an area. One example of why they are useful is Venezuela. In some datasets, it is simply Venezuela, but in others, the country's full name, the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, is given. When you are matching 2 datasets together, this causes problems, as the 2 names will not match. The codes here are called ISO codes. They come in 2-letter or 3-letter versions and are an internationally recognized way of describing countries. Venezuela's 3-letter ISO code is VEN. To merge these 2 datasets, I'm going to use a technique called VLOOKUP. This formula looks for a matching cell in another dataset and brings back data from the same row into the sheet you are working in. We start by writing equals VLOOKUP, open brackets, and then designating the cell that is going to match with the other dataset. Add a comma. We then click on sheet 2 to go to the data we want to look for. We then click on the column headers featuring the relevant data. Hold down on B, then drag across to C. VLOOKUP only looks to the right, not to the left, so your code should be in any cells to the left of any data you want to bring into your other sheet. Here, for example, we could not bring back the countries' names. We add a comma to the formula, then designate how many rows across we want data from. You will see if I put the number 1, it will bring back data from the first column, the codes. So we're going to put a 2 here, and the preview shows now we are getting the numbers that we want. We then add another comma and write the word false to specify that we only want an exact match. Press return and the data should now appear in your original sheet. Hover over the dot at the bottom right of the cell until a plus appears, and then double-click to copy the formula down to the bottom of the column. Copy and paste that as values to make sure that we keep those numbers the way they are. Then add a column header called population. We now have all the numbers we need, so divide the number of trips by the number of people living in each of these countries. When we sort the data, we find out that people in China's Special Administrative Region of Hong Kong make the most trips abroad, with 12.5 made for every person living there.